I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Good evening. Thank you for attending the South River Curriculum Fair this evening. We hope you enjoyed your evening and learned about the great things being done by our students, staff, and community. Have a great evening and a fabulous Memorial Day weekend. Good night, everybody.
Okay, thank you, and welcome to the South River Board of Education regular meeting of Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Laws of 1975 of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the South River Board of Education was provided in the following manner. On January 15, 2025, the notice was delivered to the office of the South River Borough Clerk and posted at the Board of Education Administration Building. On January 15, 2025, the notice was faxed, mailed to the following newspapers: the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger. And on January 15, 2025, the notice was posted at the South River Borough Clerk's office. Mr. Rosa, would you pull the roll?
Mr. Bazak.
Mr. Bazak has been excused.
Mr. Budson.
Here.
Mrs. Bush.
Mrs. Bush has been excused.
Mrs. Lau.
Here.
Mr. Nielsen.
Here.
Mrs. Sadowski.
Here.
Mrs. Young Yao.
Here.
Mrs. Urbanik.
Here.
Mrs. Calvin Samidi.
She has been.
She's looking behind me.
Hello.
We have a call.
Thank you. And we have our student rep. All right. So, on tonight's agenda, our first order of business is the appointment of our new board member, Uche Onvudove.
The front to here. Repeat after me. I
I, Uche Onwujewe,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I
I, Uche Onwujewe,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I possess the qualification prescribed by law
that I possess the qualification prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter
and that I am not disqualified as a voter
pursuant to
pursuant to
RS
RS
19:4-1,
4-1,
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime
or disqualified due to conviction of a crime
or offense listed in
or offense listed in
NJS
NJS
18A:12-1,
18A:12-1,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of that office
perform all the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome you to the board, and I'd like to turn the meeting over to you for any comments that you may have.
Thank you very much, everyone. Pleasure to be here, and look forward to supporting you all in the community as well. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome. Moving on with our meeting, Mr. Rosa, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Bazak.
Mr. Bazak has been excused.
Mr. Budson.
Here.
Mrs. Bush.
Mrs. Bush has been excused.
Mrs. Lau.
Here.
Mr. Nielsen.
Here.
Mr. Budaway.
Here.
Mrs. Sadowski.
Here.
Mrs. Young Yao.
Here.
Mrs. Urbanic.
Here.
Calvin Samidi.
Thank you. Okay, so the first item of business for our meeting are the minutes. Mr. Rosa.
No additions from
Board members, what is your pleasure on the minutes?
Move the reading of the minutes into the record.
We have a motion by Vice President Nielsen. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Sadowski. Any questions on the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The motion passes. We have some use of facilities. Mr. Rosa.
We have an addition of 678, revised 738, and retroactive 778.
Okay, board members, what is your pleasure on the use of facilities?
Move the use of facilities in accordance with board policies.
We have a motion by Vice President Nielsen,
Second.
second by Mrs. Sadowski. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The use of facilities is passed. Our next item on the agenda is our financial report. Mrs. Lau.
Thank you. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby certifies that it is in receipt of the financial report, which indicates that no major account has been overexpended and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. The Finance Committee recommends that the reports of the Board Secretary and the Treasurer of School Monies for March 2025 be approved, and I so move.
We have a motion by Mrs. Lau. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Young Yao. Any questions on the financial report? All in favor?
Aye.
Financial report passes. Thank you. This time, they're now going to turn the meeting over to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Zurcher.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Urbanic. There are two items on the agenda today under my report. One, and the first one I'd like to speak about, is the update and progress towards the district goals. We did have 4 goals for the 24-25 school year. One in instruction and learning, focusing on multi-tiered support systems. 2, physical, social, and emotional health, and really having a systematic approach to assess and also to support students in social emotional learning. Goal 3 was human resources, which was really about increasing recruitment and retention efforts for our staff. And goal 4, which was focused on safety and security, and continuously evaluating and monitoring what we have in place, our resources and supports in safety and security, and updating them and modifying them as needed. And so throughout the year, we worked on several activities towards these goals, including the development of a multi-tiered system of support guide, which we will be posting for the 25-26 school year, really showing parents and community members how we support students in a differentiated format and how we provide intervention when students need additional assistance or when they need additional enrichment. So that will be available for our teachers and our parents, and we do have a district team that has been developing that guide and that has been developing procedures for this type of support. For goal 2, we have really been working with our climate and culture team, who has really put forth a lot of effort into resolving chronic absenteeism and reducing it, as well as making sure that teachers are equipped with everything they need to teach social and emotional skills, as well as academic skills in the classroom. In human resources, we continue to grow our outreach. We continue to grow our outreach by partnering with various universities, by attending more career fairs, holding career fairs. We also have added some programs that support our teachers and staff, such as our IDIQ program, which gives our staff access to personal services to help them lead the best personal lives they can so that they can lead the best professional lives as well. And then in safety and security, we have had additional security equipment installed in all of our buildings, and we continue in that regard. We maintain most of our security upgrades and information confidential in order to maintain that safety and security, but it's one of the areas where the board and the administration have really devoted a lot of their attention and time. And moving on to my monthly report, I'd like to speak about a new grant that is on your board agenda for this evening. It's the planting of several trees throughout our campus. Just really making sure we have a good balance of course, the construction that we have been working on to meet the needs of our students and staff, but then also making sure that we keep our campus green and healthy. And so this grant opportunity provides us not just the trees themselves, but a lot of learning opportunities for our students as well. I also put in my superintendent's report a narrative about the DREAMS program. This DREAMS program, it's a partnership, and through this partnership we are able to bring a lot of services to families, to students, to staff, a lot of professional development for staff, as well as just really different support services that our families can get access to, especially if they need counseling, mental health services, and so on. So it just really helps to grow all of the different approaches we have to mental health services and support. I have in my superintendent's report a reminder about our day of service. This is a day that we set aside in the district for every single student in the district to conduct a service activity to give back to the community. So on this day, regardless of the grade level, our students will be engaging with their teachers in doing some sort of community service activity. I've listed some of the activities that our students will be participating in. They're quite varied based on the developmental age of our students, but again, it's a day to come together, serve the community, and just really sacrifice and give service to others. So we're very proud of doing that. That is coming up on June 3rd. And I put a narrative in here about spring standardized assessments. We are finished. That is the good news. We are finished. We have some dates for makeups for students who were not present on days that we had our testing, but we are happy to have successfully finished all of our assessments from grades 3 all the way to 12. Just to give you the community a budget reminder, our budget for the 25-26 school year is posted and available for the public. It was displayed here at the curriculum fair as well, and I encourage the community to please take a look at that budget. And our curriculum fair was successful, and regardless of the weather, we were able to really put aside a good day for parents and the community to come see all of the wonderful things that students have been accomplishing in the district. And great day for the community. And so concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Board members, do you have any comments or questions on the superintendent's report? And what is your pleasure on the superintendent's
Move the
report?
superintendent's report as read.
We have a motion by Vice President Nielsen,
Second.
second by Mrs. Lowe. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I just want to comment that this is available on our website, as always, your superintendent's report.
Yes?
And if anybody would like to go to the website, look for the superintendent's report. All this information will be there. You can give it a good comprehensive read. So, thank you. Okay, at this time, we are going to open up the meeting to the reception of visitors. For this public session, the public may address agenda items only. There will be a public session later on, toward the end of the meeting, for the public to address any other items that they have of interest for the Board of Education. So at this time, if there's anyone in the public that would like to speak to any of the agenda items, please step forward, state your name and address, And please keep your comments to a 10-minute time limit for the agenda items on first call, on second call, and on third call. Okay, this public session is closed. At this time, we're going to have the reading of the consent resolution by Mr. Rosa.
The South River Board of Education, by means of a consent resolution, adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time. And whereas the below listed resolutions are hereby adopted by the said Board of Education in whole, as if the same were individually acted upon. And those are the Superintendent of Schools 3.2, and the Finance 8.1 through 8.38, Instruction 9.1 through 9.9, the Policy and Legislation 11.1, the Human Resources 12.1 through 12.24, the Safety and Risk Management 13.1 through 13.3, and the Residency 16.1.
Thank you. Do we have a motion on the consent resolution?
Nielsen,
Motion by Vice President Nielsen.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Sadowski. Any comments on any of the items? Does any board member wish to have any of the items read separately? All right, seeing none, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Butts,
yes.
Mrs. Lau,
Yes.
Mr. Nielsen,
Yes.
Mr. Onwudaway,
Yes.
Mrs. Sadowski,
Yes.
Mrs. Young Yao,
Yes.
Mrs. Urbanek.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. On to our committee reports. We'll start with the athletics and extracurricular. Mr. Budzen.
There's nothing on the agenda, just to wish the teams that are in the state tournament and county tournament best of luck, and that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Buildings and grounds, Vice President Nielsen.
Nothing to report tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Finance, Mrs. Lau.
Thank you. The agenda includes a wide range of approvals for this school year and the upcoming school year as we prepare for budget season. So including grants like the Trees for Schools grant, articulation agreements for adult education, various service contracts for physical therapy, special education, nursing, home instruction, and mental health report. It also covers professional services for legal, auditing, insurance, and E-rate consulting, cooperative purchasing agreements, facility and equipment maintenance, and infrastructure upgrades such as HVAC systems, fire protection, sprinklers, public address systems, and bleacher installations. Additionally, multiple vendor contracts were renewed or awarded for food services, security, custodial services, and telecommunications, along with fundraising and employee financial protection programs, which encompasses so much of what Dr. Zurcher said in her superintendent's report, because it's so comprehensive. So having summarized, the Finance Committee, after review of all items on this month's agenda and upon recommendation of the superintendent, recommend approval of the items 8.1 through 8.24 and additional items 8.25 through 8.38 on the agenda as listed, including routine items. That is all I have.
Thank you. Would you please continue with the instruction committee?
Under instruction, the agenda includes approvals for professional development, field trips, out-of-district placements for the upcoming school year and extended school year programs. It also covers observer intern placements, curricular crosswalks, and submission of the comprehensive equity plan for next school year. So the instruction committee, after review of all items on this month's agenda and upon recommendation of the superintendent, recommends approval of the items 9.1 through 9.7 with additional items 9.8 through 9.9 on the agenda as listed, including routine items. And that is all I have for this evening.
Thank you. Our negotiations, we do not have any items on the agenda. For our policy and legislation committee, Mr. Onwudaway.
The Policy and Legislation Committee, after review of all items on this month's agenda and upon recommendation of the superintendent, recommends the approval of the item 11.1 with no additional items on the agenda as listed, including routine items.
Thank you. And Human Resources, Vice President Nielsen.
Thank you, Madam President. The Human Resources Committee, after review of all items on this month's agenda and upon recommendation of the superintendent, recommends approval of the items 12.1 through 12.12, with additional items 12.13 through 12.24 on the agenda as listed, including routine items. That's all I have, Madam President.
Thank you. Our Safety and Risk Management Committee, Mrs. Sadowski.
Thank you. The Safety and Risk Management Committee, after review of all items on this month's agenda and upon recommendation of the superintendent, recommends approval of item 13.1 through item 13.2 with additional item 13.3 on the agenda as listed, including routine items. Thank you.
Thank you. And Vice President Nielsen, do you have anything from the School Board Borough Council Liaison Committee?
Nothing to report, but he is in the audience tonight. He did attend the curriculum fair, which was nice to see. He was here. Again, it's nice to keep in contact with him. He does reach out to me before his monthly meetings, and as we see, he does come to our festivities, so it's nice to have Mr. DeSantis here. Thank you again for coming, sir. That's all I have, Madam President.
Thank you. And Mrs. Sadowski for the PTA Liaison.
Thank you. I do have a couple of updates for the primary and ELC PTAs. Last month there were various events that took place, including the book fair, Somerset Patriots game fundraiser, and Teacher Appreciation Week. The PTA is looking for parent volunteers for Fun Day that is going to occur on Friday, May 30th. For the elementary school PTA, they are still selling RAM blankets, and ordering information can be found in the ERAM as well as on their Facebook page. And again, their PTA is looking for parent volunteers for Fun Day that is going to occur on Friday, June 6th, and also for 5th grade Fun Night, which will be Friday, June 13th. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Our Residency Committee, Ms. Young Yap.
And just a reminder that we're still in the process of conducting residency re-verification for the current 5th grade students. So if you need to do that, you can go to parent portal. And also, the residency committee, after review of all items on this month's agenda and upon recommendation of the superintendent, recommends approval of the item 16.1 with no additional items on the agenda as listed, including routine items.
Thank you. Our South River Public Library Liaison, Mr. Bootson.
The Firehouse will be holding their art contest on June 5th. The summer reading program will kick off on June 24th with the theme In the Color of Your World. Summer highlighted program for the summer with Eyes of the Wild and a vocal party. The library teamed up with Rutgers Behavioral Health and will be offering 5 programs in the summer, tie-dye to Century Power Haven. And they will have a June 13th program at 6:30. That's all I have.
Thank you. And now our Student Board Representative, Ms. Samidi.
During Teachers Appreciation Week, the National Honor Society went around the building giving snacks every single day to all of the teachers. The curriculum fair today was very successful. They had a petting zoo outside at Denny Stadium. There was like chickens and pigs. I think there was a goat too. That was pretty fun. And senior awards is coming up, which is pretty exciting.
Thank you. I just want to point out that there were some members of our National Honor Society who did participate in the spaghetti dinner at the VFW as servers. And they helped out the local Lions Club tremendously by doing that. And we went there and it was very good. So we get help all around from the schools. Under older new business, I do want to correct a statement that I made during the interviews of our now new board member and candidates. I was mistakenly saying that you needed 25 signatures of any registered voter in the state of New Jersey. I was incorrect. That is not the fact. The fact is that you need 25 signatures of voters registered to vote in South River, New Jersey, on your petition. So I just want to publicly correct that. And anything else under older new business?
No.
Do we have a report from our attorney?
I was going to make that same clarification,
Oh,
but
No problem. But yes, it is 25. There is some differences in other elected offices in the state, but for your board, it is 25 in South River. So we don't make things easy, ever. And
Welcome to
other
New
than
Jersey.
that, recent board meetings I've been at lately, I do want to mention that you guys have your non-bargaining unit people done and your super evaluation done. You stand out. You're on time, and on time should be the norm. It is not, and it's nice to see, because I see quite the opposite elsewhere.
Thank you. And under payment of bills, Mrs. Lowe.
The Finance Committee recommends that all bills presented, having been certified by the school business administrator, board secretary, be paid as listed, and I so move.
We have a motion by Mrs. Lowe,
Second.
second by Mrs. Sadowski. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the bills will be paid. Thank you. So as promised earlier, we are going to open up the meeting again for the reception of visitors. And this is so the public may address any concern or comment that they have for the board. And again, we ask that you please state your name and address, and please keep your comments to a 10-minute time limit. So on first call,
We want to take this moment to present our new supervisor of Buildings and Grounds, Mr. Casey Johnson.
Welcome.
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
Please, Mr. Johnson.
Greetings all, I'm Casey Johnson. I'm to introduce myself as new supervisor of Buildings and Grounds for South River School District. I am truly excited to be here to join a district known for a strong sense of community and commitment to excellence in education. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, welcome. So, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Rosa. So that was on first call. Anyone else from the public on second call? And on third call? We're going to close this public portion. And we have no executive session tonight. And the next motion is for
Adjournment, Nielsen.
by Vice President Nielsen. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Young Yao. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned. Welcome.
Busy month next month.